So I know that it can be hard to stay healthy during the holidays with all the extra celebrations, treats, and busy schedule. So today I'm going to go over 10 practical tips to help you enjoy the holidays more fully without the extra waking and without the stress. And this doesn't mean that you guys have to deprive yourselves to stay healthy. With the right mindset and simple habits, you can really feel good about enjoying this season. Hi friends, and welcome to the Healthy Beyond 40 show. I'm Michelle, mama of 4 and military wife, and I'm passionate about helping women get healthy from the inside out so they can feel better and live their best life. Do you feel like you're struggling to lose weight and get in shape? If you're ready to develop healthier habits, exercise consistently, and lose weight sustainably, then you're in the right place. I combine my expertise from my doctorate in physical therapy to my experience as a health coach, personal trainer, and yoga teacher to bring you actionable steps for a healthy lifestyle. No magic pill here, so lace up those shoes and get moving. So let's dive right into these 10 tips. And I'll put these in the description. And remember, as always, you don't have to do everything. Maybe there's just one tip you're going to focus on, because focusing on one thing than many things typically gets us closer to our goals and where we want to go. All right, so the first one is set an intention for your holidays. And this can be so helpful because when we're living intentionally versus just running on what we normally do, we're able to get closer to our goals and closer to that person that we want to be. And so this will help you to make sure your holidays are truly what you want them to be about. So maybe this is spending time with loved ones. Maybe it's creating joy. Maybe it's having a sense of peace. Maybe if you're a Christian, it's about celebrating Jesus' birth. So I encourage you to write down one keyword or phrase that sort of summarizes what this intention is for you. So it's like a little quick cue word to get you back onto what this is really about. And it can help guide decisions. So when a choice comes up, check back in with this intention. So maybe your one key word might be connection. Maybe it's self-care. Maybe it's peace. Maybe it's joy. And it could also be a phrase. So think about what your intention for yourself is for this holiday. Number 2 is to identify what you love about the holidays that is not food. So here's some examples. Maybe it could be decorating. Maybe it's connecting with your family. Maybe it's volunteering or watching a holiday movie or going to church or celebrating Advent or seeing Christmas lights. What are those non-food things that you enjoy about the holidays? And can you focus on those things that you enjoy? So come up with a list of 3 to 5 holiday activities that have nothing to do with food that you would enjoy, and that brings you closer to what you want that intention for these holidays to be. Number 3 is don't overschedule yourself. This is really a rule for the whole year. We so often say yes and yes to more things. And again, it goes back to this idea of intention. Like, what is our intention? Because that will help guide our yeses and nos. Because the holiday hustle can quickly lead to stress. And when we're overscheduled, we start to push those healthy habits aside. So remember that it's okay to say no to events. It's okay to say no to going to meet a friend. Because when you can get still and know in yourself, like, is this really something I need to do? Then you have a lot more clarity if you can go to it rather just answering quickly. So I encourage you, and I've told this to clients too, if like you feel guilt for saying no and that's really hard for you to say no to people, just start with, let me think about that and get back to you. So you're creating this buffer time. So instead of reacting right away and saying your typical yes, you're going to create a buffer. And then you're going to be able to get a lot more clear when you can have some quiet time. Or maybe you're going to talk with a friend, or maybe you have a coach or something, and you can talk to them and get clear on, is this a yes or a no? And how, if it is a no, how can you say that? Because sometimes we feel like we can't say no because we don't know how to say no to this person. So that is something that I've done in my coaching with clients that can be really helpful. So don't overschedule yourself. Number 4 is keep morning movement a priority. So maybe this isn't a priority for you now, but it really helps to set a positive tone for the day It can boost your energy, it keeps your metabolism active, it keeps you focused on your health. So this could be like a quick walk, it could be stretching, it could be a strength training routine, maybe a quick yoga. I know whenever I alternate between my yoga and strength training in the mornings, and man, a lot of times when I do yoga, I'm doing one that is strength training based. So my muscles get tired, but I'm stretching, I'm breathing, and I just like feel so good after those. And definitely if things are getting more stressful for me, I will do more yoga than strength training because I know what my body needs. So if you can, start your day with movement, whether that is the walking or whether that is actual strength training. Number 5 is take time daily to de-stress and get out of fight or flight. So we really have to have ways to manage our stress. Otherwise, that can lead to cravings and emotional eating. So if you can spend a few minutes a day de-stressing, doing deep breathing, meditation, journaling, I like to do EFT tapping to get your body out of that fight or flight and into that calming nervous system. It can really help. And I especially like to do this, well, any time of day, but especially in the evening, because so much has gone on through our day. If we can sit down and get some things out, that can be really helpful. I didn't mention journaling. Journaling is great. So typically most evenings, what I do is I have a little journal. I will write in that, and then I might do some tapping about a specific thing I'm feeling stuck on. I might do a meditation or just deep breathing, and I usually end with prayer too. So having these ways to de-stress is super important because typically the holidays are getting more stressful. And also a very practical way to help with stress is to take an adaptogen herb. My favorite one is ashwagandha. And what an adaptogen herb does is help your body respond to stress better. It's almost like creating this bigger window of tolerance. So that's why I've been taking Organifi's green juice for almost 2 years now. It has a clinical dose of ashwagandha along with all the microgreens that can help your body detox. So it's really been my go-to stress reliever. I also really like their gold, which is an evening drink. So I like to have that with almond milk. I really like the pumpkin pie spice flavor. And that has turmeric and lemon balm. So it's a really calming, anti-inflammatory evening drink. So these simple practices can also really help our body on the inside to be nourished and to de-stress. All right, the next tip is to take time weekly to reconnect with your priorities. So as we talked about, really setting that intention for this holiday season is we have to constantly check in with ourselves. So daily, but specifically weekly, we almost want to do a deeper dive. So typically either on Saturday or Sunday, I'm looking at my week as a whole. I'm writing stuff in my paper planner and I'm going over my habits. So inside my paper planner, I have usually about 5 habits I'm working on. And they're not all 5 brand new. Some of them I have down pretty good, but I still put them there because I know I'll start to miss them if I don't see them. But these really help me to check in with what's my intention? What am I really needing to work on or be more conscious about each day? So then I also see that each day, but you have to take that time weekly to reflect on what is going on. And this is something I also do for my clients in my personal training app. Typically every Thursday, I am checking in on them, seeing how things are going, what is their struggle, what's going well, and seeing if we need to readjust anything. Because we have to take this time to really assess what's going on to be able to set ourselves up for the following week. All right, tip number 7 is to eat enough protein. So protein is going to help us feel full longer. It's going to give our muscles the nutrients it needs to stay, and then for strength training to build more. Protein is essential nutrient. So for example, carbs we don't necessarily have to get, but protein is essential. And people who don't get enough protein will start to get disease in their body. So this is one very practical nutrition thing. At breakfast, at lunch, at dinner, when you're eating, am I getting a good amount of protein with each meal? And that's also going to help to balance your blood sugars and just help you to eat better overall. Number 8, This one can be a big one and an important one. Be mindful of your portions. So we don't necessarily have to restrict ourselves or not enjoy any treats or anything. But can we do this in a way that's mindful? We don't have to eat a huge plate of cookies to enjoy the taste of our favorite chocolate chip cookie. We could have a bite. We could have a small cookie. We can do this by eating slowly, by smelling it, by eating off of our plate and not just eating off of a buffet. Because then we're really aware of what we're eating and we're not just eating mindlessly. So how can you savor those favorite treats that you enjoy this holiday, but without going overboard? Number 9 is to stay hydrated. So making sure that you're drinking enough water, it's going to help to keep your energy up. It's going to also help to curb unnecessary snacking because sometimes we're actually dehydrated and we're feeling hungry, but we actually just need to drink more water. And I also find sometimes in the winter, we're not as hot. So sometimes we're just not drinking enough water. So I encourage you to always make sure you're starting your day off with a glass of water. This is also when I drink my Organifi green juice in the morning, I'm getting a big glass of water with it. And then I encourage you to carry your water bottle throughout the day. And also, I think I forgot to mention with Organifi, you guys can use the code HEALTHY20, and that's going to help you to save 20% anytime you order. So always use that code so you guys can save even more money. And there will be a link down below where it will take you directly to their site. And also, number 10, last one here, is get accountability if you need it. So many people wait till January or later in January or then February to start. But if you know that you're struggling to stay consistent and you know that having support and encouragement, having someone there for you can make a difference, then do it. Get that support you need. And if you guys would like to find out what health coaching and my personal training app is like with me, I encourage you to set up a free call. There will be a link down below. We're just going to get to know each other on this call. We're going to see if we're a fit. This is a no pressure call, but this can be your opportunity to get that support you need and to do something different. And if you guys have listened to this podcast, I'm all about starting small. So just because someone starts with me, it doesn't mean they're going to have to do 30-minute workouts every day and change all these things with their food. We're going to start right where you are. And sometimes starting with these small habits or quick workouts is what really starts to make a difference because we can start to build momentum with these small things before maybe we're starting with a 5-minute workout. Then maybe we progress to 10. Eventually we'll get to 30. But you don't have to start at that end goal in mind. So I know that stress can be hard during the holidays and we can always come up with excuses. But I encourage you to start those health goals now. Don't wait till the new year. There's nothing magic about the new year. And there's always going to be stress. There's always going to be things around us. So we don't want to use the holidays as an excuse to put off our health. So let me recap those tips real quick. And remember, guys, I'll put this all in the description too. Set an intention for your holidays. Number 2, identify what you love about the holidays that is not food. 3, don't overschedule yourself. 4, keep your morning movement a priority. 5, take that daily time to de-stress, get your body out of that fight and flight. Number 6 is take time weekly to reconnect with your priorities and the goals that you have set for yourself. Number 7, eat enough protein. Number 8, be mindful of your portion size. Number 9, stay hydrated, drink enough water, guys. And 10, get accountability if you need it. Don't wait until January. All right, friends. I'm so grateful that you're listening today. Keep on moving and just reach out if you need some support.